easier for beginning this month of independence of our beautiful country, where today's news are going to be a little bit different. They are going to be based on the 18th century era, in which the independence movement began.
So we're going to begin. We're going outside our boundaries, the international news. So I'm going to send you with my friend Monica.
Thanks, Natalie. Well, here in Latin America, we're having a lot of anger and insatisfaction from the Creoles, the Indians, and the slaves, due to the remarkable social divisions. Also, there are revolts in other places, and these influence the anger and the insatisfaction. The revolutions are happening in France and in Peru. Also, some of the reasons due to the economy are the new monopoly and new ways for trade. And the Creoles brought new ideas from Europe regarding the culture. And talking about Europe, we're going to my partner in crime.
Here in Europe, there has been a new intellectual movement called the Enlightenment. This movement has been encouraging new ideas such as the human rights, science, and criticizing the monarchies. Also, a lot of people have been losing the Catholic faith. And a new book has been written by Denis Diderot called the Encyclopedia, and a lot of people have been learning new things about this book. Some other characters are John Locke, Voltaire, and Montesquieu. This enlightenment has been spreading to other parts of Europe, such as Great Britain. Talking about Great Britain, let's go with my friend Natalie, that it's
Great Britain. The crown is totally upset because the British colonies have called for independence. Well, they're only upset because of the independence of the British colonies. They're also upset because they have lost the war between them and France. The Boston Tea Party and the Boston Massacres are two options that have been the most important things for the independence of the British colonies.
The Tea Party was a rebellion for the high taxes.
The 4th of July of 1776, the 13 colonies got the independence, thanks by George Washington that signed it. Today a day, it's called the father of the independence.
Thank you, Natalie. Now, here in the set, we have brand new information about the political social situation of France. Basically, people are revolting against the monarchy, the bourgeoisie, and the high taxes for the poor people. This revolution is called the French Revolution, that has 5 principal events. The first one is the General States. There are the reunion of all the social classes discussing about the problems of the country. Then was created the National Assembly, that is the people voice claiming for independence vote. Then people organize themselves to storm the Bastille so they can steal the weapons, and this act will represent freedom. Then comes the Reign of Terror. This time was characterized for death, lack of truth, and treason. And last one, give space to occur the Bourbonic reform. That the reform occurred in Spain. So directly from Spain, we go with my partner Monica, that she will talk to us about these events.
The Bourbonic reform was a failed attempt to save the Spanish Empire from the social, economical, and political crisis due to the lack of economical resources. This way, the Bourbonic families took control of the textile factories, modernized agriculture, ships, and infrastructure, reduced the power of the church, and created the intendencies. But this only created more burgesy. All this led to the Cadiz Constitution. This constitution was created because Napoleon Bonaparte invaded Spain. This constitution established that the individual rights will be protected and the Spanish Inquisition will be abolished. Now we're going to travel all around the world with my friend Mariana.
Grabamos en 3, 2.
Okay. Here in Mexico, the poverty and despair has been abandoned. The girls had been trying to help the Indians, but they can't because they didn't have the political power. So they started proclaiming the independence. It all started with Miguel Hidalgo with the Cry of Dolores. After him came José Morelos, and after José Morelos came Agustín de Iturbide that stated the Plan de Iguala. The Planteguela stated that he had to be the emperor, that the Catholic Church would be the same, and that it would be equality among the citizens. But he was a terrible emperor, so he was overthrown. And after that, Mexico became a republic. The first president of Mexico was Antonio López de Santa Anna, who was the one who lost Texas and other parts of Mexico. Now we go a little down in the continent to Central America with my partner, Natalie.
Here in Central America, the provinces have reached for independence. Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador have reached for their own independence. The provinces have made a united provinces of Central America. But by the way, when this province was made, the Creoles made two different, like say, congregations: the liberals and the conservatives. Now we're going for some ads.
Do you feel sick? You need Tapsin Day for the day and Tapsin Night for the night. Tapsin Day, Tapsin Night, Tapsin Day, Tapsin Night.
Here in the Caribbean, Haiti and Santo Domingo get independent, but Puerto Rico has an unsuccessful attempt. And then Cuba, with the help of Antonio Maceo. And after 10 years of war, they get independent. But after all this happened, United States troops get the control of everything.
Now we are here in South America. Oh, a citizen, please, how are you?
Fine, you?
Pretty fine. Can you tell us all the information about the independence of this beautiful part of the continent?
Oh my god, it's a long story and it's so beautiful and it's fascinating. All began in the north of South America with Simon Bolivar. He was a Venezuelan that wants that Venezuela get independent, but he was exiled to Jamaica. When he came back, he surprised the Spanish troops in Colombia, so Colombia gets independent. Then José de San Martín gets Lima independent. And Simon Bolivar unites troops with O'Higgins and get Chile independent. But then José de San Martín and Simon Bolivar reunion and get Peru independent, and all the South America was independent, except Brazil, right? I don't know anything about Brazil, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you so much.
Brazil's main economic system is fazendas. Brazil's main city was Rio, when Don Joao lived when he was exiled from his country. The dance was very tired. Oh my god, I'm like... Well, Brazil, when Don Joao left Brazil, he left his son, Pedro I, who was the one that accepted independence. When Pedro I was exiled from Brazil, the Pedro II was the one that left, and he was the one that abolished slavery, and then Brazil was made a republic.
Fall asleep lately in class? You need to drink Pond of Life, and you literally feel alive. A lot of bets about horses. Some of the most famous ones are Pegasus Dunk, Cornfield Corridor, and Abductee, that literally abducted all the public in its outer space race. Ow!
Well, we come back to the city. My parents give us a lot of information about what is happening out of our boundaries. But now, we're going to talk what is happening in our country. Costa Rica became a democratic government ruled by caudillos. The only thing that caudillos want of purpose is to give a good life for all the citizens of Costa Rica. But the people from Costa Rica implement their own way to live about the society and culture. But the two changes that important that the conditions make is the public school and the first free elections.
Most important part of this news, fashion. Let's begin with the ultimate horror of the week, the outfits, of course. We saw Napoleon Bonaparte using an outfit that is totally out of this century. He used a cape that doubled his length, and he looks terrible. Then, Queen Marie Antoinette used a dress while she was carrying her dog for a walk, and she tore up, and she had a little problem, right? Okay, now don't forget to watch our next segment of Who Were It Worst in the words of the worst conquerors.
We are sorry for the death of Miguel Hidalgo yesterday, but we are grateful for his attempt at gaining Mexico's independence. Also, we are very sorry for all the deaths of the Boston Massacre.
Am Nachmittag erwarten wir kräftige Schauer und Gewitter. Die weiteren Aussichten: anhaltend gutes Wetter.
All you got enough happiness. All you got enough of what makes you happy. All you got yeah.
Coca-Cola, macht dir Freude auf.
We are sorry for this unconventional segment of news, but we just wanted you to remember the roots of our culture and to remember that it is important to embrace what we are nowadays because our ancestors fought a lot in the past to get what we're now nowadays. Güey. ¿Dónde me llama? No me dejarán sola. Mi amor, así sí.
¡Se quiere callar!
Caji, saca pecho, gorda.
O sea. Gracias.
Bebé.
Sí, así es.
Own society. I'm gonna tell you, the only one.
Pues fue a
Es el baile.
¿Cómo está? Ya, se pasó. Brazil Parade 2.0, ¿verdad? Lo cholo en Costa Rica.
They are showing me how to dance here in Brazil.
Oh my god, this culture, oh my god. Another season. Yes, sí, sigue grabando. Oh gosh.